Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. It's your second reading of today. It is a Tuesday and I have just the ordinary Rider-Waite on the tarot table today. I felt like going back to tarot roots for this reading, and this reading is about Scooby-Doo, who has had his day in court. He was in court yesterday. He was testifying. He's a witness for Prince Harry in the phone hacking trial against the Mirror. And Scooby-Doo might have got himself into a bit of doodoo in his testimony. And what has happened is that he was being interrogated and asked, not interrogated, questioned, and asked about his relationship with Prince Harry. And, you know, he's the mouthpiece and the cheerleader, and obviously has a very close relationship and might be, one infers, a bit biased. The word wasn't used, and I am putting words in place of the words that were actually said, but this is just me trying to explain a little bit of what's going on. I'm not accusing him of bias at all. But just basically that he might be more favourably disposed to Prince Harry than would make him necessarily a good witness, shall we say. So he denied this and said, I don't have the Duke's phone number. I have never socialised with him. And lo and behold, as everyone has pointed out now, in Finding Freebies, which he in fact wrote allegedly with a little bit of help from a friend, or two, he says he talks about heart-to-hearts that he had with Prince Harry on royal trips, and Harry confessed to me, and I'm quoting, at a small drinks gathering at our hotel, that he wished he was just a normal guy who could pack up and spend a year in Brazil exploring his passions. I would have been more interested if he'd said spend a year in Argentina exploring his passions, because we all know he lives in Argentina. Well, sometimes he does, who comes from Argentina. But Brazil had me scratching my head a bit. If you have any ideas why Brazil would be the place, do let us all know in the comments. But I'm going to do a Celtic cross and find out how Scooby-Doo is doing as a witness for Prince Harry. Has he made a bit of trouble for himself with that old word perjury? Meghan, of course, had to remember that she helped him with her book, and he, of course, had to, I think he was also caught out in his witness statements that he made for that privacy trial about the letter, the infamous letter. I could be wrong. I could be making it all up. I do apologise if I have said something that isn't quite true. But anyway, we're going to have a look at it. Celtic cross coming up. Scooby-Doo as a witness for Prince Harry. How's it going? And what really is the nature of his relationship with Harry? Why is he testifying? What's going on? What's his motive for doing? So he does have a book coming out. It's called Endgame. I think it's coming out in August. Endgame for the royal family. But it could be the Endgame for Scooby-Doo. Boo-hoo. So that's what we're talking about here today with the Celtic cross, with the Rider-Waite tarot. And of course I have to remind you, it's all for fun, it's for entertainment, it's just tarot. It's just my opinion, just speculation, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. And of course I read archetypal energy because the royals are archetypal. And there is Scooby-Doo, the Page of Cups, a juvenile energy, even though he is a lot older than he once claimed. I think he's almost 40 now, if not into his 40s. He claimed that he was at least about 7 or 8 years younger than that. He has, of course, had a new face, so perhaps his face is the age that he's claimed, but the rest of him isn't. We will never know. But interesting that he has, in fact, misrepresented his age previously. So there he is, our Page of Cups in reverse. As I say, juvenile energy. Might be a bit sorry about what's going on right now, might be a bit miserable about what's happening, a bit forlorn, a bit pathetic. Wish that this wasn't happening to him. It's trying to ingratiate yourself, the Page of Cups. You can read it like that, and maybe making a bit of a boo-boo by trying to ingratiate yourself too much with people who might use you and then discard you, throw you away. However much you have tried to ingratiate yourself. I'm just speculating, of course, but there it is, our Page of Cups in reverse as our underlying energy of this reading. Let us see the situation that he finds himself in now as a witness on behalf of has-been. We've got the Knight of Wands now in reverse. The Knight of Wands is Prince Harry for me. He very often shows up as this energy of this sort of obstreperous, hot-headed, erratic prince. Knights are princes, literally, who gallops in and gallops out, and you can't quite figure out where he's going to be next, where he's going to pop up next. Is he going to stick around? Unfaithful energy. It's normally a sexual energy, infidelity of that kind, but stirs up trouble. The Knight of Wands creates this media storm, because Wands are PR, creates this media storm and then leaves you, the little Page of Cups, behind to flounder and to deal with it. Poor Scooby. So what is particularly difficult for him? That's pretty difficult energy if you've backed that knight. And now you see that how erratic he can be, how angry and tempestuous, and pulls one of his disappearing acts and leaves you in the lurch like that. It's leaving you in the lurch energy, Knight of Wands in reverse. What in particular is difficult for Scooby-Doo? His challenge on the witness stand. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Perhaps he was hoping for a big payday with that book on the royal family, the end game. The Ten of Pentacles is one of our royal family cards because it's about lineage and succession, the line of succession, and generations and castles and all of that stuff, living the good life, certain that you are going to live long and prosper. But Scooby-Doo is quite worried about his financial situation. That is my opinion, of course. But with the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, you can imagine that somebody thought that they were in for a big payday and is now possibly realizing that they might not be, and that times might be quite tough, and that they might go down in the history books as backing the wrong horse. Been a long day. And so what's going on behind the scenes? His motive for doing this. Why is he doing this really, according to the tarot? Ooh, ow! Three of Swords. Haven't seen that card for a while in these royal readings. Three of Swords is heartache, betrayal, treachery, pain. Something has gone wrong somewhere in this relationship. Because really what I'm looking at is his relationship with Prince Harry. That's what the lawyers for the defendant were really scratching around, trying to figure out, trying to see whether he was more than neutral in the relationship. And that is a card of betrayal, of serious heartache and loss. Something has hurt him. And of course, he's still got to go and show his face. I'm sure the witness lists are drawn up months before, even years before. And yes, you're going to say this and you're going to support me in this case and claim all these things and blah, blah. But this is not happy. This is not a happy relationship at all right now. So whatever is going on behind the scenes for Scooby-Doo, he is struggling and suffering, and feels at some level that he has been really let down, really hurt. One can speculate that it would be the Knight of Wands that has done that. Or perhaps his sidekick, his wife. We don't know. We speculate here. And we use tarot cards to try and figure out the energy around these situations. So tell me, what is his focus? What is his mind on? What is he really trying to manifest? We've got the Five of Wands, a conflict card. He's got himself into a bit of trouble here with the Five of Wands. This is everybody competing, everybody trying to outdo each other. I've got a better story. I've got a bigger tale to tell. I'm more important. It's about posturing and jockeying for position, the Five of Wands. But it's conflict. He has got himself into a struggle that he might not be that equipped to face, to survive. A bit of a thrown to the wolves kind of a feeling here with the Five of Wands, interestingly, and it ties in with that Three of Swords, a sense of betrayal, that he really might feel that he is being hung out to dry here. just my sense, what I'm intuiting here with these cards. So how have things been going in the past with him and Harry in particular, their relationship, if any? Judgment in reverse there again. A sense of regret, a sense of it was a mistake. Judgment in reverse, very much a mistake. That court case. Scooby-Doo, the privacy one, the relationship with Harry and Meghan. He might view it as a bit of a mistake, a miscalculation, an error of judgment, quite literally, even though the court case was won by Meghan Markle. She, I think, got the vast sum of £1 in damages, and reputations were tarnished in that court case. Meghan, as I say, had to apologise to the court for forgetting that she helped Scooby-Doo with his book Finding Freebies. And he himself got into a bit of a pickle in that case, as far as I can recall. And here comes another bit of a mess. But let's see how it's going to go. How is the case going to go for Scooby-Doo in the coming days, the near future? A fallout of friends. 3 of Cups in reverse. We've got another fallout card. This could signify a parting of the ways for Scooby-Doo and the Parkles. 3 of Cups in reverse. He might decide to save himself, our little Page of Cups here, our unhappy, our woebegone Page of Cups, who feels that he has been abandoned, betrayed, let down, thrown to the wolves. And certainly no reason to celebrate. They are not going to be enjoying good times together. They're not going to be socializing together. We are talking about the fact that Scooby never socialized with the Duke, but then it turned out that he had drinks with them in the hotel, the same hotel that they were all staying in. Interesting. That is a not socializing card. So, oops. His attitude to Harry right now. Relationship with him, attitude to him. Ooh, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I'm getting the idea he thought there was a big payday coming, and now he's realizing perhaps not. With the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is very grounded, very loyal, supportive, sensible, generous. Very much not the Knight of Wands, which we've got there at the heart of this reading. So, yeah, I don't think he has a very positive idea of Harry right now. I think he thinks Harry is quite mean, erratic, disloyal. This is my speculation, reading tarot for fun. What pressure is Scooby-Doo under right now? He's under quite a lot of pressure, I can see from the other cards around here. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. The Tower. The Tower in reverse. His whole world could come crashing down with this court case, with this agreement, this decision to testify for Harry and the claimants in this case. Tower in reverse. He's trying. I get the picture, the mental image of the finger in the dike. You know, that little boy, whatever his name was, who saved the village, put his finger in the dike was leaking. I think he is frantically trying to shore this whole mess up. He's very worried it's all going to come crashing down around him. His career as a royal reporter, his book, his reputation, the whole lot could just blow up as a result of this misguided judgment in reverse decision to back that erratic Knight of Wands. Poor Scooby. So, hopes and fears. But we've got big fear here. My goodness, Tower. It doesn't get worse than that, really. He's hoping that he endures, he makes it through this, that he survives unscathed. There's also a Harry and Meghan card, of course. So at some level, he's hoping he personally survives this. He comes through it intact, triumphant. But he also is hoping that Harry and Meghan, our codependent couple, my strength card, acquires that meaning in these royal readings when I'm dealing particularly with Harry and Meghan, that Harry and Meghan somehow stick around. They are loyal. They stand by him. They shore him up as his world is collapsing, or he fears his world might be collapsing. He is hoping that they stick around and they come through for him. You know, here come the cavalry sort of idea there. So many mixed metaphors in this reading. Terrible. But anyway, let's see. How ultimately is it going to pan out for Scooby-Doo? Is it going to shore up his reputation? Is he going to emerge unscathed, bigger and better, and a well-respected authority on the royal family? Or is he going to go slinking away? His tail between his legs. What is going to happen? Uh-oh. Oh dear. It's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. A setback. A horrid turn of events for Scooby-Doo. Very much things going against him. Lady Luck turning her face against Scooby-Doo. And my goodness. A horrid miscalculation that he has made. He's going to rue the day. He's going to rue the day. I see the friendship ending here. I see it already in trouble, already a lot of heartache and disappointment here. Our little Page of Cups has got himself into a mess, a fine mess here, falling out, worried that it's all going to come falling down. And with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it does look as if he is going to be in a lot of trouble after this. He is going to be very down. He is going to be struggling. He is going to be full of regret about the path that he has chosen, the people he has supported, and who possibly have not ended up supporting him. Wheel of Fortune in reverse as an outcome. Painful. And that's your reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.